It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
The Bobcats have taken the field, and we're just about ready for the coin toss here in week number 9 as Bowling Green set to take on Cardinal Ritter here tonight. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross, as the captains are about to go out to the 50-yard line. Any last thoughts before we get this thing underway?
Well, let's tell everybody about the other games in the area. Louisiana at 4-4 has a chance to have their first winning season in a long time, but it's a big challenge as they'll host Mark Twain tonight. Van Far is at Scotland County. Winfield-Ellsbury is playing Lift for Life. A couple other important games in the area. Hannibal's traveling to Columbia Battle. Monroe City plays Highland. Palmyra, as I told you, in Centralia. And then Hallsville, the potential district foe of Bowling Green in about 3 weeks, is playing Boonville tonight, another power in Class 3. So a lot of good games around. We'll keep an eye on them for you. 8-man football, North Shelby won their final regular season game, and they're undefeated and ranked 2. And
Number 33 at linebacker.
Getting ready for football here in week number 9 from Bowling Green High School.
Number 50.
Mark Fronick, Jim Ross.
DJ Feldman.
Captains are
still
waiting. I'm not sure. This might be the longest pregame ever. I don't know what
both teams are ready to rock, but there's still 5 minutes to go on the clock. So they're going to go by the clock and game time. And I guess we understand we're having some technical difficulties, and we have our technical person on top of that right now. So hopefully we'll have those all straightened out before we have the kick. But, yeah, Bowling Green in their home blacks with red numbers with gray trim. Cardinal Ritter, the Lions, in white with maroon pants, maroon helmet, and maroon numbers.
Little black trim in there as well.
We can see the numbers very well for Cardinal Ritter tonight, so that's a blessing.
And that's all the way across the field.
It is. They really show up nicely, don't they?
Yes, they do. We'll take one final break and come back with the kickoff of this ball game for you next on KJFM. Still waiting for the captains to come out to the 50-yard line.
You know, this is really not good for the teams because they're both loose and ready to go, and it's cool enough outside that just standing around, you could theoretically tighten up a little bit. So they want to make sure they get stretched out again nicely, as now the captains do head for midfield.
Captains for Bowling Green, Owen Niemeyer, DJ Feldman, Jordan Miller, and Charlie Bowen. And they'll meet the Lions out there. Marquise Kane, one of the captains. Also number 78, Jalen Holmes. Number 1, Marvin Burks.
And 21, Artrell Miller.
So those are your captains. About 2.5 minutes before we kick this thing off. And I think they just got done with their warm-ups and the pregame festivities too early.
Well, they did. And Cardinal Ritter's been standing over there since before the national anthem. So they've been standing there a good 10, 12 minutes. And they're all stretching and bouncing around too. Might tell the folks that we'll have softball for you tomorrow as we wait for the toss. At Silex, the winner goes to the Final Four, and Silex hosts St. Elizabeth. That'll be at 1 o'clock. We'll have pregame for you at 12:45.
Yeah, the Misha Class 1 sectionals from Silex High School. St. Elizabeth was down 10-1 in that ball game and came back and won it in 10 innings. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it is. So Ritter wins the toss. They defer to the second half. The Cats will have it to start this game.
We'll have your kickoff next on Eagle 102. Mike Tillman set to kick things off for Cardinal Ritter as they sway into their kickoff line. And the kick goes deep. And it'll be picked up by Starks at about the 20-yard line, and he busts into the secondary, brought down across the 35 to about the 36, and we're underway here in week number 9.
Nice little 16-yard return, and Bowling Green will have a pretty good field position to start this game. Ran it right up the gut.
Number 7, Lawrence McCall.
Dylan Dalton will bring the offense onto the field. As they'll spread out too wide to the far side. No receivers on the near side for the Bobcats as they're looking to run. And Dalton will keep it himself on the option over to the far side. Makes a move and cuts back. He's going to be close, about a yard short of a first down. Gain of 9 on the first offensive play of the game.
You know, we talked about him quite a bit. He can run tough, but he is really shifty too. That's going to, they're just going to give him 9. Looks like it was good for first down yards, but just about a half yard short. But he's also very shifty when he gets out in the open field, and he showed that there on that run to the far sideline.
11:22 to go here in the opening quarter, opening drive of this ball game, and he got 9 3/4 yards
exactly
on that play. 2nd and 1 officially for Bowling Green Little inside give, and they'll push the pile for the first down.
Yeah, he'll get a first down. Was that Bowen up the middle? I couldn't quite pick up the number right off the get-go.
I believe it was Charlie.
It was. They'll give him a yard for the first down.
Following the run,
looks like Cardinal Ritter employing a 5-2 defense to start, although they sent linebackers in every gap that time to try and jam up the gaps. What Bowen, as we know, is a tough runner up the middle as well.
And he got a lot of help from behind, too.
That he did. That he did. At the 49. Let's see if Bowling Green can open this up a little bit here.
Just short of midfield. Oh, no one there to, and now the ball comes out, picked up, and he's going to run for a touchdown. Picking it up was Marvin Burks, and he goes all the way to the house. It was a busted play. Dalton looked behind him, held the ball behind him for a running back that wasn't there, never came. He tried to put it away, but was knocked down. And Burks takes it all the way to the house for a defensive score, and it's 6-0 Cardinal Ritter a minute and a half into this ball game.
40-yard scoop and score, and that is not what you wanted to see happen. As you said, a busted play, no backs in the backfield. They went the other way and left Dalton by himself, and he got stripped, and Burks goes in for the touchdown. Just barely into this game, not even 2 minutes. And they'll go for 2. They spread it out. I kind of expected them to run it, but it looks like even in their warm-ups, they're going to throw it.
So the first look at the offense is a running play
yeah.
for a 2-point conversion as Artrell Miller takes it in, and it's 8-0. Cardinal Ritter, a defensive scoop and score. They had the 2-point conversion, and they'll kick it off when we come back on KJFM. Eight 8-0 Cardinal Ritter, a scoop and score, and that is not the start that Bowling Green wanted in this ball game. And like we said, just a busted play, some miscommunication, bringing that play to the line, and this one is into the end zone and out the backside for a touchback.
They played a little possum with us on that first kick, didn't they? They
yes,
kind
they
of
did.
pushed it to the 20, and that was blasted and hit at the goal line. So, yeah, one of those mistakes that everyone else has seemed to make against Bowling Green all the year, and now they've turned around and made somebody made a mental error, and it's cost them a touchdown.
So Bowling Green has it for their second offensive series. They got a first down and looked to be moving the ball before that miscommunication cost them big time. Back to the ground. And pushed back after an initial push forward. The ball comes out, but the play was already dead.
Yeah, they got to blow the whistle and kill that as Stark's on the carry. Looks like he's going to get about 4, maybe 3. And we'll give him 4. The public address announcer does. We'll be generous as well.
So 2nd and 6.
Run it right up the gut. That's what Bowling Green's done a lot this year. So that offensive line is going to have to be good tonight.
So the Bobcats get them to jump. That'll put them very close to a first down. It'll be 2nd and 1.
First yellow flag of the game.
Penalty against Ritter. Following the penalty, it'll be
So 9:48 to play here in the opening quarter. Bowling Green trailing 8-0.
Now you're head of the change. You can run whatever play you want here with short yardage on second down from your own 29.
And the Bobcats will keep it on the ground with the quarterback. Sidesteps a man. and he'll get the first down yardage plus a couple of more.
Dylan Dalton on the carry, and that's good for a Bowling Green Bobcat.
Yeah, he'll go from the 30 out to about, what, the 35? Is that where they're going to mark it? They'll give him 5. So, again, the Cats able to move the football here, at least in the early going. We'll see if that continues.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. And they'll take it up the gut again. Across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Number 1, Marcus
Starks on the carry. He'll give him 4. Blitz came that time.
5 yards.
From it looked like maybe a safety. And stopped things up in the middle.
2nd and 6 with the clock running inside 9 minutes. Dalton brings the play in from the near sideline. With 15 on the play clock, they come to the line. Got a receiver on each side.
Yeah, we talked Bowling Green's going to want to grind this down if they can.
They put a man in motion. That's Marcus. The give is to Bowen. No, it's a fake to Dalton. Gets across the 40 to the near sideline, and he's pushed back by 3 Lion players. He'll get a couple of more, and it'll set up a manageable 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, they strung that out rather nicely, and but Dalton's still able to pick up about 5 on the carry and was met by a host of Lion defenders.
Down to 8 minutes to go. 8-0 Cardinal Ritter.
Got to take care of the football.
And they get the first down yardage. Charlie Bowen dives forward.
Actually quarterback sneak, yeah. Right up the middle. Picked up about 3, maybe 4. Give him 3. So you get them watching Dalton, right? And then you run a pitch play or something. And get somebody outside. Be interesting to see how speedy the defense is if they try and do that.
And over to the far side and brought back for a loss.
Another fake up the middle, and they didn't give him his forward progress, which we've seen all year, which was back to the line of scrimmage, got pushed back, and they're going to mark him off for a loss of about 4.
2 it looked. Yeah, now they keep moving back. Yeah, you're right, it is going to be 3.
Yeah, we'll call it 3. Yeah.
2nd and 13.
Well, you can't do the same thing over and over. You got to hand it off at some point. Now they're behind the chains. And this will be where we find out what they're made of tonight.
And whistles come in.
I think it's going to be a timeout.
For Bowling Green with 6:38 to play. We played almost half this first quarter. Bowling Green fumbles. Cardinal Ritter takes it back. It's 8-0 Lions on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
6:38 to go here in the opening quarter. Bowling Green facing a 2nd and 13 after a loss on first down from the 44-yard line, their own 44.
Will we see our first pass of the game?
We're getting close to that. Rolling out is Dalton. He does put it in the air. It's caught on the near side and into Lion territory. Nice pickup for Marcus Starks.
Yeah, from the 45 all the way down to the 35 or maybe 34 of Cardinal Ritter.
And that's good for a Bowling
Good
Green
for the
Bobcat.
first down. Good to get him into offensive territory for the first time.
You don't see Starks in the pattern like that very often.
He ran a nice one and made a good catch.
Good for 21 yards.
Reached back, was able to keep his stride, and got into Lion territory to the 34-yard line. Handoff goes to Charlie Bowen. He's wrapped up immediately after a gain of maybe 1. And it'll be 2nd and 9.
That's what they'll give him. Just not a lot of running room straight up the gut, is there, right at the moment?
Nothing.
That boy had left the 2 tackles, defensive tackles, as it looks like they're going to a 4-3 now. They're big boys.
Yes, they are.
If you're watching this on our video, you can see they are large individuals. We haven't seen many games this year so far when the Lions are bigger than Bowling Green. They are today.
Our Lions, Bowling Green Bobcats, and they go to Starks up the middle, and he gets through the first wave inside the 25-yard line to the 24 and fumbled again.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Cardinal Ritter picks it up.
Yeah, that ball popped out, and as he went to the ground, and the turnover is going to give it to Ritter at their own 24-yard line.
Second turnover for the Bobcats with 5:23 to go in this first quarter.
You can't win games of this magnitude if you can't take care of the football. We talked about that in the pregame. And now we'll get to see what Ritter's got to offer offensively.
1st and 10. First real look at this offense led by Pernell Beasley. And they give it up the gut on first down, and not a whole bunch there for Artrell Miller.
No, not much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Yep, looks like that's where they're going to mark it.
24 on the carry for the Lions, brought down at the line of scrimmage by
Good pursuit that time by Gunnar Bryan on the outside.
Niemeyer also in on the tackle. We're down under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
So Bowling Green was able to move the ball that series, but again couldn't hang on to it.
And again, a run up the middle for Miller. And he gets maybe a yard this time. They'll give him actually 4.
Maybe 4, yeah.
Didn't look like that much.
You're at a bad angle. I'll give you that.
3rd and 6. And they moved it back up a little bit, so it's 3rd and 7.
Gain of about 2.
The old moving spot.
And that makes it a 3rd down. Let's make some noise for that Bobcat.
Trips to the left this time. Let's see if Cardinal Ritter wants to put it up.
Spread them around a little bit. Here on 3rd and 7.
Looks like Bowling Green's going to play man on the outside.
Man open in the flat. They didn't go to him. They went to the outside, and it's incomplete, underthrown. Intended target was Alonzo Smith.
That's the pattern they worked on in warm-ups a lot, about that deep 15-yard out. And as you said, the tight end was open underneath, but they tried to go to the outside, and it falls incomplete. Let's see if they're going to punt it away. Looks like they will.
Punt team on with 3:49 to go here in the first quarter. 8-0 Cardinal Ritter on a scoop and score. Bowling Green has turned it over on both our offensive possessions so far. This their first stop, and it goes straight up in the air. Bounces at the 43 and is down at the, took a Bowling Green bounce back across the 40 to about the 36, 37-yard line.
As they say in the softball, baseball business, that would have been a home run in a silo. That baby went straight up in the air. It had a little wind aid to it, not much, but
that flag's not moving.
Took a Bowling Green bounce, so let's see if they can take advantage of it. Great field position from the Ritter 38. Trailing 8-0 with 3:39 to play here in the first quarter.
Bobcats need something here. 2 backs behind Dalton. They give to Charlie Bowen, and he's up the middle just pushing that pile back, and he'll get about 5.
A little trap play that time, and what Ritter's doing is they're getting 2 or 3 guys on the tackler, and one of those guys is reaching in trying to strip it out every time. So Bowling Green's got to be aware of that and hang on to the football. Looks like they'll give him, what, 4?
Yeah. So 2nd and 6. I think the initial spot was 5 yards. They moved it back.
Yeah, it's interesting spotting so far tonight.
So 2nd and 6 for Bowling Green. Actually, Dillon takes it himself, and Dalton is brought down after a gain of about 2.
Number 6, Dylan Dalton.
Set up 3rd and 4.
Well, he needs to turn that up a little bit and try and run the option out of it, and
2 on the carry.
because it hasn't worked the last 3 carries. The last 3 times he's tried that. 3 yards minus 3 and just 2 there.
Down to 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Bowling Green still very much in this ball game.
Oh, no question.
But they've got to clean it up. On 3rd down, the give is to Marcus, and Starks gets the first down. Needed 4, got 6, and he's across the 30-yard line to the 26 of the Lions.
Number 1, Marcus Starks is good
His
for a Bowling
first
Green Bobcat.
gain of any significance at all. Hadn't had a whole lot of running room.
That he hasn't.
That's a play that against lesser teams has gone for big gashes.
But if they keep this up, I mean, just picking up 4 or 5 a carry.
It's all good.
Yep.
It's all good, but you got to stick it in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Can't fumble, and there it is, a fumble again.
Are you kidding me?
Who fell on it this time? Cardinal Ritter says they have it. No official signal. Now it is Cardinal Ritter ball. 3rd fumble for the Bobcats with 1:45 to go here in the opening quarter.
Ooh-wee.
This does not happen to the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Just a terrible exchange between Dalton and Starks, and the ball was on the ground right after the missed exchange. So the defense has got to stand up once again.
Beasley brings the offense back onto the field. 1:45 to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Lion lead. Just not much gone right for Bowling Green so far.
Yeah, formation that they've run the ball so far tonight out of.
And the give goes to Miller, and he's into the secondary and brought down at the 35-yard line.
21, Artrell Miller.
Artrell, nice run on 1st down.
He'll get 11. That'll be good for the first down.
Gain of about 10 yards.
Down to 1.5 to go in the quarter. Fast-moving first quarter after a pregame that took forever.
Yeah, the pregame was standing around for 12 minutes,
Yeah.
actually.
On 1st and 10. In the shotgun, Beasley hands off to Miller again. Shakes his shoulders and gets about 4.
Number 21,
Straight up the middle that time by Miller.
Number 1, Marcus
And they
Starks
will
on
give him
the
4.
tackle.
But they'll have to run at
Tackle
least
also
one
credited
more
to number
play in
33,
this
Charlie Bowen.
first quarter.
.40 seconds left in the first quarter.
A little different look this time with the receiver in the wing position.
And they give it to that receiver, and not much there. The carry for number 15, Jamorion Parker.
Number 15, Jamorion Parker on the carry.
And it'll be 3rd down at about 3.
Brought down by number 68, Jackson Charlton.
Jackson Charlton on the tackle, down to 10
And that
seconds to
tackle
go.
brings up a big
And they'll run off
down
that
for this Bobcat
final 7
defense.
seconds.
Let's make some noise for that defense.
And the Lions will take an 8-0 lead into the second quarter. Cardinal Ritter on top of Bowling Green. The Bobcats 3 fumbles so far. Back with the second after this on KJFM.
Bowling Green 0.
second quarter here from Bowling Green High School. 3 turnovers for the Bobcats in the first. That just does not happen to Bowling Green.
Well, they had 3 turnovers all year.
Well,
I have to think hard about it, but I don't remember them turning it over very much this year at all.
Mark Twain leads Louisiana 6-0 midway through the first.
Bulldogs very much in their ball game against Mark Twain.
6-0, Mark Twain leads. That's late in the first.
3rd and 3 for Cardinal Ritter. They go to the air to the near side. It's caught. That's first down yardage. Tripped up a little bit, and that is probably a touchdown saving trip there by Niemeyer as the pass completed to Frederick Moore. That'll move the chains for Cardinal Ritter.
Brought down by number 26.
15 yards on the, just a little quick pop wide receiver. I wouldn't even call it a screen because he was kind of out there by himself. Just threw it to him and let him make a move. And he did. And he had speed. Whew.
He knows what we're talking about.
Well, fresh set for the Lions, and they're into Bowling Green territory for the first time offensively.
Beasley goes up and whispers something in the right tackle's ear. Let's see what that was all about.
Oh, fumble, but Beasley falls on it, and they'll keep possession, but that's a loss of about 7 yards.
A high snap that time. He got his hand up and batted it down enough to keep it from going well behind him, and then did a nice job to cover it.
2nd down and 17 for the Lions.
And you're right, a loss of 7.
Back near midfield, so that's a break for Bowling Green. Although they didn't get the ball, it was a significant loss, puts them behind the sticks.
See if they want to put it up one more time.
Beasley in the shotgun. They do go to the far side, same receiver, different side, makes a move, and he's got the yardage back and then some. He almost broke it again, Frederick Moore.
Pass is complete to number 85, Frederick Moore.
Same play, just the other side. Looks like a gain of 15 once again. That's their 15-yard play. It's worked twice.
Mm-hmm.
Now back into a manageable 3rd and about 4. A long 4, I would say.
Down to 10:37 to go in the first half. Previous drive for Cardinal Ritter was a 3-and-out. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 to the far side as well. And they put a man in motion, and it's a handoff to that receiver that was in motion. And he's brought down almost immediately. Alonzo Smith on the carry.
Nice defensive play by Niemeyer to turn that one up inside, and then Bryant there to finish it off.
No gain on the play, and it's 4th and 4.
It's 4th down and 3 for Cardinal Ritter.
Just outside the 35-yard line, the 36.
First really big play of this game, really.
They put 5 receivers out there. Trips to the far side.
Need to put some pressure on the quarterback.
Empty backfield. Here comes the heat. Goes to the far side with it. Breaks it, and he's got the first down, one-on-one, and he's finally tackled. Catch made by Marvin Burks, and he gets the first down and then some.
All the way down inside the 20.
Owen Niemeyer finally brought him down. And they're inside the 20. Actually just outside. Yeah, it's pretty much right on the 20-yard line, isn't it?
Beasley showed a nice arm in warm-ups, and he's throwing those long, just wide receiver stops, if you will, and letting them break tackles and make their moves. They're athletic for sure on the outside.
1st and 10 from the 20 for Cardinal Ritter. And a timeout taken by the Lions. With 9:03 to play here in the first half, they lead Bowling Green 8-0 here in Week 9 on Eagle 102. First and 10 after the timeout for the Cardinal Ritter Lions, who lead Bowling Green 8-0, 9:03 to play here in the first half. First sustained drive for the Lions in this ball game.
Now we've got an official's timeout. Something wrong with Dalton's equipment.
So he'll come to the near sideline and be replaced by Blaine Bryant. I wonder if they'll go right after Blaine. Might be a mistake. He's pretty good out there.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the ability to check off or not, but they're going to throw it.
Yes, they are, and that's exactly where they're going, over to the far side and overthrown. Intended target was Frederick Moore.
First incomplete pass of the game for Beasley.
Frederick Moore. Number 9.
And it'll bring up second and 10. Keel was on the coverage.
And Dalton back into the game.
I think he may have had some blood on the leg or something. They were looking at his shin.
Yeah, it looks like they put some tape on it.
Second and 10 for the Lions. He's back to throw again. Puts it up near side, hit as he throws, kind of a duck, and that's intercepted. In the end zone, intercepted.
I believe that's Niemeyer, isn't it?
It is. Owen Niemeyer with the pick and the touchback. First takeaway for Bowling Green in this 8-0 ball game, and credit to the linebackers. They put the pressure on that time and hit Pernell Beasley as he threw, and that came out wobbly, and Niemeyer was Johnny on the spot in the end zone.
Absolutely, a dying quail, and a good job by Niemeyer to spot it. And now let's see if the Cats can take advantage.
Run up the gut on first down. And still fighting for it. He's going to end up with 11, almost 12 yards on the play. That is just tough running there for Starks.
Number 1, Marcus Starks.
First tough run by Starks right up the gut. Biggest gain of the night for him. Need to get him going.
Bobcats need to end this first half strong. 8:35 to go. Keep running that ball. Punch it in as the clock expires, right?
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
Gives it to Starks again. He's got another 8-9 yards on first down. He put his head down and just drove forward.
All of a sudden, the offensive line blowing some holes open for Stark. Picks up 8.
With 8:03 to go.
Well, just on the left side, or the Bowling Green side of the 40. They're in Bowling Green territory. Still.
This time it's Charlie Bowen on the run. He's got the first down all the way out near midfield at the 49-yard line. He put the shoulder sideways, slink through a hole, and takes it up for a first down.
9 yards on the carry. That little trap play that didn't do much the first time around went for nice yardage that time.
Bobcats just short of midfield with 7:25 to play here in the second quarter.
All of a sudden, the offensive line is taking control of the line of scrimmage.
It's Starks again to the far side. This time he meets some resistance. I think he may have stepped on a teammate.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. They were stacked up a little bit at the line of scrimmage.
He still got close to 4. We'll call it second and 7.
Yep, they'll give him 3.
And he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 6:50 to play in the second quarter. Bowling Green trailing 8-0. They fumbled the ball 3 times. Once for a scoop and score. Here's Starks into the secondary, and he may be gone. Being chased from behind and all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Boy, tell you what, he's got some speed. Frederick Moore chased Marcus down from behind. But it's first and goal for Bowling Green.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 2-yard line, so 46 yards on the big burst by Starks. That's what we're used to seeing out of him. Now you got to punch it in. You got to finish the drive.
6:20 to play here in the second quarter. Bobcats trying to draw even, and it goes up the gut. And
well, actually, Dalton kept that,
yeah.
and then he lost his footing. May have got back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's 2nd and goal.
Do not fumble the football.
Can't falter here. This may end up, the way the first half has gone, this may end up being the ball game if they can't get it in.
A lot of football to be played yet, however.
Oh, yeah. 5:35 to play here in quarter number 2.
Ritter really stacking it up inside.
And they go in for the score.
Dalton.
Dylan Dalton with a 2-yard touchdown to make it 8-6 with the 2-point conversion to come.
Number 6, Dylan Dalton on the run.
Nice quarterback sneak that time. Went off the left guard maybe. And stuck it in.
Comes with 5:30 to play here in the second quarter. It's a 2-point game. Bobcats are going to spread it out here on the 2-point try. Dalton goes off tackle, and he is stopped short. No, he is. Looked like he may have been short, but he got that ball across, and this ball game is tied with 5:30 to play in the second quarter. 8-8, Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter on Eagle 102. So Bowling Green is tied it at 8. Dalton with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And 5.5 minutes to play.
Yes. Principal Scott Mullins leads some cheers to get the faithful fired up. Ball's loose.
And Cardinal Ritter picks it up. It's a squib kick down to the 28-yard line.
Covered by Cardinal Ritter.
The back, number 6, Malik Riggins, didn't get the handle the first time. It kind of squirted out, but he was able to pull it in before the masses piled on top of him.
Louisiana leading Mark Twain 7-6 in the second quarter.
Yeah, there you go.
At the 29-yard line with 5:26
Louisiana
to play.
got a little momentum going. Won 4 games this year. Feeling their oats maybe, huh?
Indeed. Trying to finish with a winning record. That would be a huge turnaround for
it, though?
Louisiana program. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Over to the far side. They get it up high, and the helmet comes off.
That's got to be a face mask.
Yeah. Another catch for Frederick Moore. He's got sure hands, but his helmet needs to be tightened down.
They're going to give him about 8 on the catch, but they're going to tack on 15, I'm guessing.
Face mask is the penalty against the Bobcats.
If you're an official and you missed that face mask, you got an issue, because that was about as blatant as it comes. Fortunately for Moore, his head still wasn't in his helmet.
Right. So they'll march it across the 50 to the Bowling Green 48. That's where they'll take over.
First penalty on the Cats in this game.
5:18 to play here in quarter number 2. All tied up 8-8. Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter. Give is up the middle and brought down almost immediately. May have got a half yard. is Artrell Miller.
Now we got a flag. Is that going to be a unsportsmanlike? It's a dead ball. Somebody might have said something. We'll see who it was.
Looked like they were pointing at the Bowling Green Bobcats, the officials. Yeah, they're still pointing back there.
Yep.
And it is against Bowling Green, and that's going to be another 15.
Man, oh man, oh man, you cannot do that. You got to keep your mouth shut. Don't know who it was, don't care.
5:01 to play here in the second quarter. Back-to-back 15-yard penalties against the Bobcats. One for a face mask, then a play later, unsportsmanlike conduct. And that just marches Cardinal Ritter forward.
Just when you get the momentum back, you make a nice defensive play on an out pattern and get 30 yards of penalties on the ensuing, that play and then the ensuing play. After not having a penalty the entire first quarter. Mercy, mercy.
1st and 10.
Now deep in Bowling Green territory. Looks like I said about the, 32, 33-yard line.
Uh-huh. And they're going to give, again, up the middle, and nothing there.
Number 21
for Artrell Miller.
Got a new quarterback in the game for
Stopped at the line by number 50.
Cardinal Ritter, number 10, Antoine Mckay.
So McKay takes over for Beasley.
I wonder if Beasley got hurt on that fumble when he got piled onto.
That may be the case, as he was throwing the ball pretty well here in the first half. A couple of overthrows might have cost him as well. 8-8 ball game. Back to throw. And they're going deep, too deep. He can't catch up with that one. It was thrown out the back of the end zone, and wow, well, they both have arms.
We know one thing, McKay's got an arm, for sure.
Yeah, that was about a 40-yard pass. Burks was the intended target with 4:12 to go here in the second quarter in an 8-8 game.
Number 1, Marcus Starks, and number 9, Cooper Keel.
Trying to look and see if I see Beasley over in the sideline. That's a long way. But
incomplete pass brings up a big 3rd down here. Let's make some noise.
So the Bobcats.
Defense, man.
3rd and 10. Trying to stop Cardinal Ritter here. Give is up the gut to Artrell Miller again, and not anything going on. He may have got a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm guessing they're in 4-down territory. They will give him a yard.
By number 24, Gunnar Bryant.
So one more stop here for the Cats.
Down and 9 for the Lions.
They say 4th and 9. We'll stick with that. Here with the clock running, 3:42 to go, and a timeout taken by the Lions. Bowling Green looking for a stop on 4th and 9 when we come back on Eagle 102. Fourth and 9 for Cardinal Ritter after the timeout. Their second timeout taken here in the first half. 3:40 to go. 8-8 ball game. Bowling Green has pretty much stopped Cardinal Ritter, their offense, all night long.
Need another big stop right here.
Uh-huh.
Let's make some noise for that Bobcat defense.
Back to throw. They're coming near side, all alone, and a touchdown. Touchdown for
flag on
Alonzo
the play.
Smith, and it is
on the play.
In the area of holding, and Artrell Miller can't believe it. It is a hold. That's the initial signal. So Bowling Green catches a break, yeah. They could call holding any play they wanted to. Lucky for Bowling Green, they called it on this one because he was all alone.
There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him.
Alonzo Smith. Oh, man, he got an easy one taken away there. Holding, and it was behind about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This is going to be 4th and 4. You almost have to punt now.
Punt. Yeah. Now we'll circle that penalty because that's a big one in this game.
So the Bobcats catch a break on a night that they've fumbled 3 times, one of them taken back for the only Cardinal Ritter score. Punt team is on for the Lions.
Bowling Green's not buying it. They don't have anybody deep.
And it is a punt over to the far side and takes a
Ritter
big-time
bounce.
Cardinal Ritter bounce inside the 10. And it'll be down at the 9-yard line. That's where Bowling Green will have it, 1st and 10, when we come back on Eagle 102. On 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, they run it up the gut. And they'll get about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Marcus Starks, yeah.
Starks again on the carry.
Gain of about 5 yards on the carry.
Chilly night here at Bowling Green as we're moving closer to Halloween, October 22nd, so just over a week away. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll have softball for you from Silex tomorrow, the Class 1's quarterfinals, as they run it up the middle again. They're going to be very close to the first down before forward progress is stopped as Starks goes up the middle again, and it's going to be 3rd and inches.
Nope, they're going to give it to him.
Carry for the Bobcats, and that's good for a Bowling Green Bobcat.
So Starks come to life here in this second quarter.
Nothing too fancy.
No, it's just right up the gut. You know, and that's what they've done all year. But the offensive line has been able to create large holes. And in the first quarter, there was nothing doing, just not a lot of space at all. But here in the second quarter, the offensive line's kind of taking control of this line of scrimmage. We got officials timeout, and the referee goes over and talks to the line judge and comes back, and we'll play on.
Yeah, I think we were very close to a sideline warning over there as the Lions bench was getting tangled up with the chain gang while they were trying to move that. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And again, another run with Starks.
Flag
this time
comes in.
Nothing much there, and even after the whistles, they continue to run him down.
See, they stripped the ball out again. That's what they're doing. And Bowling Green's got wise to that, I think.
And it's going to be a hold against Bowling Green. They'll lose 10 yards.
And it's going to be about 10, and the ball's at the 20. I thought it might be just half the distance, but so 40 yards in penalties, 3 penalties on Bowling Green.
And Coach Spain comes out on the field to talk to the referee.
Don't know what the question is.
And I think they were asking if he was accepting or wanted the down, and he'll accept the penalty. Take it all the way back to about the 10-yard line.
Not really a tough decision in my mind.
With 2 minutes to go.
Yep, you got that. Mark Twain leads 12-7 in the second over Louisiana. 2:07 here. We're tied at 8. Bowling Green stuck deep in their own end now.
1st and 20. Inside handoff again, and a couple of yards to make it second and about 17.
And they got to make sure that handoff. Was that Starks again?
I believe it was.
Approaching 100 yards on the ground in the first half. Haven't seen any statistics on him. I guess he's averaging 175 plus on the ground this year.
And I guess he's on pace for that.
Getting stats from coaches these days is like pulling eye teeth.
Second and 17 for the Cats. From their own 13-yard line, we'll call it. And Pyle moves forward, Pyle moves back.
A little surprised Ritter, they've only got one timeout left, I think. But,
third and 15. Bowen on the carry that time. He gained 2.
Bowling Green hoping they can run this clock out. And they may very well.
Yeah, they got a good chance. The play clock down to 18. Game clock at 48.
Yeah, so there'll be about 30 seconds when they start this play if they run it all the way down.
Put a man in motion. That was Bowen out of the backfield, and the give is to Starks, and he gets past the original line of scrimmage, and a timeout taken by Cardinal Ritter, their final.
Make them punt. Let's see, they're going to give him, about 5 on the carry.
So 4th and 9 for the Bobcats, and a timeout taken on the field with 30 seconds even to go here in the first half. 8-8 ball game. Bowling Green look at a punt when we come back on KJFM.
is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
30 seconds left here in the first half. 8-8 ball game. Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter here in week 9. And Starks back to punt, and a flag comes out.
Well, I think they had 12 guys in the huddle.
Penalty flag on the field.
That makes it a little interesting. It's going to be 4th and about 3 now.
Penalty against Cardinal Ritter.
30 seconds to go. March off 5 yards.
That's right.
Let's do a hard count now.
Hard count. Well, the main thing is you got to block on this punt. Make sure the snap's good. Make sure you get the punt away. Don't punt it to them. Punt it away from them.
For the Bobcats.
Because you don't need a punt return here in the final 30 seconds of this half.
Marcus Starks back to kick.
Starks back to punt. He gets it away. It's a good one, too. Over the head of the return man. Actually, he did an over-the-shoulder catch. That's Miller. And a big block from behind. No flag, and he's taken out of bounds on the far side, short of the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he actually got tripped. And no flag. Now we got Starks over here hurt on an unsportsmanlike. That was during the play. So they're going to give him a first down, or they're going to say it's post-possession. I'm going to guess it was after the punt was away, so possession had changed hands at that point.
Starks, helmet off, shoulder pad exposed.
A little cheap shot, huh?
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard, but he's walking off under his own power.
One of those blocks on guys when they're not watching, which they've cracked down on in the NFL and in college. Unfortunately, this is going to be a post-possession penalty, I believe.
But unless they break one here, There's only 15 seconds left. They're going to march off 15 more yards.
Right.
Moves them back from the line of
They have to do it basically in one play. Bobcat fans wanting an ejection here for that hit. Not going to get it.
No, I mean, that's dirty playing, though, for sure.
15 seconds on the clock. 8-8 ball game. Been an entertaining 8-8.
Hadn't it, though?
2 quarters.
Look out here. They got quads to the right, single receiver to the left. You don't want to pay too much attention to the quads. They'll run that receiver down the far sideline by himself. Beasley still not back in the game. McKay at quarterback.
8-8 our score. Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter in a battle here in week number 9. Back to throw. Steps up, puts it to the near side, and that one is
Diane Quayle.
Incomplete. Good coverage that time. Intended target was Burks.
Actually, Burks had to turn into a defender.
Number 1, Marvin Burke.
Because good inside possession that time. Was it Heidecker back with him?
I believe it was. 8 seconds on the clock. That took 7 seconds. They'll have one more shot at it here. This has been a battle here at Bowling Green in the final week of the regular season. District start a week from tonight. Looks like Bowling Green's going to take on MMA in a 2-7 matchup.
Heck, the final 4 minutes of this quarter have been a battle.
Back to throw again. Steps up in the pocket. Now he puts it away, and he's
going to get sacked.
Sacked, and did the ball?
No, he got away from it. Now they got a receiver on the loose.
And he's taking it to the near side. It's a race. Cut back and game-saving tackle there by Dylan Dalton. And that'll do it for the first half of this ball game. Crazy end. The quarterback is still down and injured, it looks like.
I'm not sure
that's
the
no,
quarterback.
that's a lineman. Yeah, that's a lineman. Trainer's out to attend to him, but the first half has ended.
Way too much going on here.
In the craziest of fashions. It looked like a sack. Somehow he flipped the ball out of it. They ended up gaining about 40 yards on the play.
54 to be exact.
And Dylan Dalton with a touchdown saving tackle.
I thought he was going to be sacked.
We'll take a break, come back with the halftime report after this. 8-8 Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter on Eagle 102.
Now, special message from Matthew Newmeyer himself.
What a first half of football here from Bowling Green High School. The Bobcats and the Cardinal Ritter Lions, 8-8. Not much to talk about in the way of scoring. It's everything else. These two teams are balling out here tonight.
They are getting after each other. You got a cheap shot on Starks. Now you got an injured lineman for Cardinal Ritter. Strap it on for the second half.
It appeared to be, was it Scott or Holmes? I couldn't tell if it was 78 or 70, but he did end up walking off under his own power. So that was good to see, and we'll see if he can return. I believe Starks will be able to return in the second half. He just, I think he was mad as he was injured after that hit. But just a great 2 quarters of football. 8-8. Bowling Green, the only offense to put it in here tonight. They did in the second quarter. And
not exactly the best played game.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's competitive with Bowling Green. Bowling Green's got to be tickled pink. They turn it over 3 times, and they go to the locker room tied at 8. That doesn't usually happen against a good team like this. Cardinal Ritter was kind enough to throw an interception in the end zone, which saved a touchdown, and then a penalty saved another touchdown for Cardinal Ritter in that second quarter. But and the only score offensively for Cardinal Ritter is none.
Yeah.
They had a scoop and score with a minute and 17 seconds gone in the game, and that's their only score. And then a big run by Starks, who actually has got 101 yards on the ground. A big 46-yard run for him. Got Bowling Green inside the 5, and then Dalton took it in for the touchdown at the 5:30 mark of the second, and that's your scoring. And from that point forward, from the 5:30 mark on in the second quarter on, it was a dogfight. An absolute dogfight.
Yeah, I mean, everything's going on in the trenches here in this ball game, and dogfight is the perfect explanation of the first 2 quarters. Honoring veterans here at halftime at Bowling Green High School, and now having a moment of silence, so we'll take a break. Come back with more of the halftime show after this.
United States Army, Eddie Huber.
Second half, just about 10 minutes away according to the clock, but I think we're going to actually be a little bit longer than that because the band still has to come on the field and do their halftime show. They're still honoring the veterans, and maybe the extra time will allow these teams to cool off a little bit because it was getting a little dicey there at the end.
Little chippy for sure. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Ritter had 16 yards on the ground, 109 through the air. No scores offensively. No return yards either, 125 total yards for the first half. One turnover, and it was a big one. 4 penalties for 35 yards. For the Bobcats, 141 on the ground, as I said. Starks with 101. Only one pass, it was completed. 21 yards was that pass and completion. 16 yards in return yardage, 178 total yardage in the first half. 3 turnovers, big turnovers early in the game, and all in the first quarter, I believe. And 3 penalties for a total of 40 yards, and we're tied at 8.
2 quarters in the books. Football, probably not as clean as you want. A lot of turnovers, mostly in the first quarter. I think all Bowling Greens were in the first quarter, weren't they?
They were.
And but they've cleaned it up since then, and just a great half of football. I mean, down, dirty, raw football for 2 quarters, and it sounds like they have the same thing going on down at Louisiana tonight.
12-7, Mark Twain leads that at half.
12-7, Mark Twain leads at the half. Folks yelling stuff at us.
We're wanting us to announce something about a veteran. Well, we can tell them, but yeah, 12-7. Let's run down some scores. Mark Twain leads Louisiana. That's at half. Macon over Clark County, 34-14. Palmyra trails Centray is 6-0 at half. Monroe City, 32-0 over Highland. That's a big score. Quincy Notre Dame leads Marquette Catholic 21-0. Pittsfield trails Williamsville 17-0. And let's see, Western over Paris 29-0. Brookfield South Shelby tied at 14. And Hannibal leads Columbia Battle 28-0. So there's the scores for you that we have here at half.
Here it's 8-8, Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter. We knew it was going to be a ball game to remember. We didn't know it was going to be 8-8 after the first 2 quarters and only 1 offensive touchdown in the ball game. Unbelievable first half of football. We'll take a break, come back with more of the halftime show for you after this on KJFM.
Realty Shop and Mike Henry Excavating.
Two quarters in the books at Bowling Green High School. The band on the field performing a Pirates of the Caribbean routine that they've been playing this year at the home football games. This is the final home game of the regular season for Bowling Green here in week number 9. But the band far from done. They'll go to Macon tomorrow. It's going to be an all-day thing. They got to leave the school at 6 a.m. Tomorrow morning to go to that festival.
That's good for them. Make them go home early tonight.
Yeah.
Keep them out of trouble.
I think traditionally they have a bonfire after the last home football game, so it might be a short night for the band here for Bowling Green. 4.5 minutes to go, and then they'll add 3 minutes to stretch it out before the second half. But I don't know how many ways you can say it. That was great football in the first half.
Entertaining. I'm still going to argue it wasn't great football.
Even bad football can be great football.
It was entertaining and competitive, and even though they probably didn't know each other before the game started, I'm pretty sure they don't really like each other.
No.
Right now.
No.
So the big thing coming into the second half is who can get their emotions under control. Because obviously what we saw is on the outside, Cardinal Ritter has blazing speed.
Mm-hmm.
Their receivers, when you're talking about Moore and Burks, they've got blazing speed, so you got to keep them under wraps. But in the second quarter, Bowling Green was able to start running the ball up the middle, and their offensive line started to take some control of that line of scrimmage. So that's the kind of the ebb and flow that we need to watch for in the second half. They've got to keep the wide receivers under control. They've done a good job with Miller. He's only got 20 yards on the ground in the first half. And then Bowling Green's got to continue to control the line of scrimmage on offense, because they're going to run it up the middle. You know, they tried that option with Dalton outside, had a little luck with it his first carry or two, but then Cardinal Ritter got wise to that, and it didn't work from that point forward. So,
and what did Bowling Green attempt? One pass?
One pass, and it was complete.
Yeah.
But they only threw one time. And maybe they'll look to open it up a little bit, and throw it. Of course, you got speed on the outside as well in the cornerback position, so you got to be careful doing that.
It'll be interesting to see what Cardinal Ritter does between Pernell Beasley and Antoine Mckay. They made the switch there in the second quarter at quarterback. It looked like Mckay had a little more arm, the sophomore, but he overthrew a lot of receivers. He had the one completion in the end zone that was brought back on a holding penalty.
And a busted coverage, because there wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him in terms of cornerbacks or safeties. I think Beasley may have he took a major hit on that interception, and he was in, about halfway through his throwing motion when he got blasted, and we haven't seen him since. And as you said, McKay's come in and done an admirable job for the Lions.
About 5 minutes to go. The team's coming back on the field. The band is still on the field. The band is on the field, Jim Ross.
The band needs to get off the field.
Oh, Cal, come on. I'm going back early 80s on that one. 8-8 our score through 2 quarters. Back with the second half in just minutes on KJFM. Teams are back out on the field as we get ready for the second half of this ball game between Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter. Cardinal Ritter, very entertaining warm-up routines.
Yeah.
Doing a little skipping.
A little skipping, a little dancing, a little arm flapping. I mean, the kickoffs, they got a little swing into the arms, a little motion, get the wave going, if you will. So, yeah, they're an entertaining bunch for sure, and a talented bunch too.
Yes, they are. But after 2 quarters, it's a 8-8 ball game, and their offense is yet to click for a touchdown that counted. They had the one catch in the end zone called back on a hold and an interception in the end zone as well. So Bowling Green has done a good job against this outside speed and the inside running of Artrell Miller, and been tough when they needed to be. They've allowed them to move a little bit, but not to get that big play, that scoring play as of yet.
Yeah, that is right, and the old bend but don't break mentality. And so far, so good. I'm looking at it. Looks like maybe Beasley's. No, that's not Beasley. That's Mckay. I don't see Beasley out there.
He was the starting quarterback. He took a hit as he threw, and I think he took another hit on a kickoff play.
No, he's over there. I see him. He's standing about the 45-yard line. See if he's going to play a little catch with Mckay. Looks like he is. So maybe it wasn't an injury. Maybe it was a coach's decision to bring Mckay in.
A possibility. Either way, both of these guys can throw, and they've got a ton of speed on the outside.
Ooh, don't they, though? Don't they, though?
About a minute to go before we kick off the second half. 8-8 ball game, and it'll be Bowling Green kicking off to Cardinal Ritter to start the second half when we come back on KJFM.
Parker.
Second half kickoff taken all the way to the 39-yard line of Cardinal Ritter.
28-yard return. First time they've kicked it deep.
Was that Parker 15 that had their return?
It was.
So nice return by Jamorion Parker.
So let's see what they decide to do offensively.
They got lots of receivers out there to start this second half, and in at quarterback still is Mckay.
Miller hasn't carried the ball for a while.
He's in the backfield, but dropping back to pass the first play of the second half, and it's deep, and it is caught on the far sideline and out of bounds. Did he drop it? No, he did catch it, yeah. I didn't see it in his arm there. but he's run out of bounds at, what, the 11-yard line? That is a huge play.
45-yard gain to Burks to start the second half. Went for the home run right out of the gate.
Yes, they did, and that's a big-time connection. But stride for stride with him was Owen Niemeyer.
It was a perfectly thrown pass
Yes,
right
it
over
was.
the shoulder, and a great catch with his hands by Burks.
That was NFL quality there. So first and 10 from the 11 for Cardinal Ritter, and they will run it here. Quarterback keeper, and still on his feet. He has some fight in those legs, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. That was
Number
McKay.
10, Antoine Mckay on the carry.
Actually, the first quarterback run we've seen tonight,
Tackle credit
with the
number
exception of
33, Charlie
Beasley
Bowen.
being sacked.
Gain of 6 on the play. It's 2nd and 4, and they're inside the 10-yard line to about the 7. Second down. There's a first down out there at about the 3-yard line. It is a give up the middle, and he's in for the score. A 5-yard touchdown for Artrell Miller. And Cardinal Ritter, with their first offensive score of the night, makes it 14-8.
Well, that's not the way you want to start the second half. Although that's the way the first half started, although it was just a defensive touchdown. This one a little quicker in 59 seconds.
Yeah, that pass and catch on the far sideline ate up a big chunk to get it in under a minute. They'll go for 2, try and extend the lead to 8, just like they did after the first touchdown. Little miscommunication, though. The play changed up. 2-point conversion attempt and flags.
Ball start.
Yep. So that'll move them back. That helps on this 2-point try. 11:01, the time of the touchdown. So just 59 seconds into this second half.
Yeah, that'll push it back to, what, the 8-yard line?
They get a bunch of hey-hey-heys.
I'm going to check off into something else as McKay looks to the sideline.
15 on the play clock. Now he's ready. Back to throw. Comes to the near side, looking for a block, and he gets it. And he's run out of bounds short of the goal line, and a flag comes out after the play.
No good. Penalty flag on the field.
Well, I think that was the big boy hitting on Starks again. If he'll turn around, I'll tell you what his number is. 50, I believe.
Yeah. That's
Marquise Kane.
Yeah, Kane.
And he's a large individual, and he took a shot at Starks at the end of the play.
The 2-point conversion, no good. Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. 11:01 to play here in the third quarter. 14-8, Cardinal Ritter leads on Eagle 102. Well, they're over. The officials are talking to Coach Brennan Spain.
Well, I don't know if that was the same guy or not, but
now they'll move it back from the tee spot back to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll have to kick off from.
So that's a good thing. We'd like to think, although this kicker really blasted one on the last kickoff, so Starks can't sneak up too far.
He's standing just in front of the 20-yard line.
And let it go over your head, and then it rolls inside the 5 or something. Then you got a peck of trouble.
Number 1, Marcus Starks.
It's like
back to
Mike
receive
Tillman's the kicker. Will they pooch it or will they blast it deep?
They go deep with it, but right to Starks.
At the 20.
He takes it up the middle, turns on the Jets. He's across the 50, all the way to the 43-yard line. Nice return for Marcus Starks. Gets it into Cardinal Ritter territory.
About the 38 yards on the return. Good run right up the gut.
So the Bobcats in business, trailing by 6.
42-yard line.
Yeah, they got to answer. They got to answer Cardinal Ritter's touchdown as quickly as they can, stem the momentum. See if this offensive line can pick up where they left off in the second quarter.
They wind the clock, and it's a give up the middle for Starks, and they're grabbing him up high. Those shoulder pads are exposed on almost every run.
Right. Needs one of those non-stretch jerseys, huh?
I don't think it was a stretch jersey when the night started. Gain of 7.
That's possibly true, too.
And on first down for Starks.
But like you said, the first half, if you can get 5 to 7 yards on every first down carry, you're setting yourself up for success.
And controlling the clock.
It'll be Bowen that time. That thing broke down early.
At least they got the handoff done and moved it forward about a half yard, so it's a true 3rd and 3.
They're going to give him a yard, maybe. No, I don't think they're going to give him much anything, are they?
Gave him a half yard. Mark Twain has scored again. They lead Louisiana 18-7 with 9:27 left in the third quarter.
Sounds like a good battle in Louisiana tonight.
14-8. Bowling Green trails their first offensive series of the second half. And the give is to Marcus again, and he's got first down yardage. He needed 3, he got 6.
And that's good for a Bowling Green Bobcat.
Good run right off just to the left tackle, maybe. He's up to 114 yards on the grounds tonight.
Gets it inside the 30 to the 29. And Bowling Green moving here, trying to tie or take the lead. Starks again. No, it's Dylan Dalton on the option. He finds a corner this time, pushes the pile across the 25 to about the 23-yard line.
On the carry.
Looks like they will mark it at, man, maybe at the 22.
Gain of 8 yards.
Give him 8, and it's 2nd and 2.
First time they've ran that for a while, and the most successful it's been. Last few times that hadn't worked very well.
2 receivers to the far side. They set up on the near hash. Handoff is to Charlie Bowen, and he's got the first down. Down to about the 16-yard line. That'll move the chains as we come up on 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter.
Gain of 6 for Bowen. Got him into the red zone at the 16.
He's a good second half runner. When the line starts wearing him down, he's powerful and can really escalate a bad situation for a tiring defense.
Exactly.
Quarterback keeper again. And Dalton takes it across the 10-yard line to the 8.
Showed his toughness there as he tucked his head and ran over the defender.
Gain of 7.
Looks like they'll mark it. Yeah, they're going to give him 7, aren't they?
2nd and 3.
3 or 7 yards, excuse me. Brings up a second.
What a ball game here in week 9.
Keep doing what you're doing, right? Hang on to the football, most importantly.
Mm-hmm. Dalton, I think that may have been a little miscommunication there. He got about 1.5 yards, though. It's going to be 3rd and a long 1.
Yeah, we'll give him 1. Yeah, that just didn't develop just right. A little penetration out by the interior defense that time. And in comes some fresh bodies for the Cats.
We'll have state softball for you tomorrow. 1 o'clock first pitch, 12:45 pregame from Silex. as Lady Owls take on St. Elizabeth for a chance to go to the Final Four. Here's Starks. Through a hole and into the end zone. Touchdown. Spinning across the goal line. And we're tied at 14 here with 6:56 to go in the third quarter. Extra point yet to come.
That was a pretty run as he got hit and then spun again into the end zone for the 8-yard touchdown run.
Now this is a big 2-point conversion attempt for the Bobcats. (14-14) our score. Just under 7 minutes to go. Here we go. Starks again. Bowling Green has their first lead of the night. 2-point conversion good. Marcus Starks makes it 16-14. Bowling Green ahead here in the third quarter over Cardinal Ritter on Eagle 102. Squibbed it, kicked it along the ground this time, so Parker couldn't get going. He broke actually the first tackle, but ran toward his own sideline instead of up the field, and he's dropped just across the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the old squib kick that goes all the way to the 10-yard line on the ground.
6:49 to go. Bowling Green ahead for the first time tonight. 16-14 over Cardinal Ritter in the third quarter.
At the 16-yard line here
it's now 24-7. Mark Twain. 6:40 to go in the third from Cunningham Field. So that game's starting to spread out a little bit. 1st and 10 for the Lions, and they go with the run this time. First run of the second half, and he's going the wrong way. Got spun around and started running backwards momentarily before he's finally brought down. Artra Miller.
Yeah, I think he might have had first down carry. But when he did an about face, now it's just a gain of
7.
Long 7, yeah.
2nd and 3. 6:20 to play here in the third quarter. Tight ball game here in week 9. We knew it would be. Between Bowling Green and Cardinal Ritter. Pass to the far side, almost dropped. In and out and back into the hands. That time of Frederick Moore, and he's got the first down.
Just barely. Looks like he'll pick up 3. Same pass play they've run multiple times. Just a little jab step by the outside receiver, and then they throw it to him and hope for him to break it big.
16-14. Bowling Green leads by a 2-point conversion. Past the midway point of the third quarter.
Taking the quick drops to keep Bowling Green pressure off of Mckay.
Give is to Miller again here on first down, and not much there for him. Got a yard. He's 2nd and 9.
Good pursuit that time out of the linebacker position.
Brought down by number 33,
Charlie Bowen. Actually, they'll give him 2. So make it 2nd and 8. He was pretty much laying on the line of scrimmage. How he got 2.
He's tall. Not really.
Long ways he was laying. So a favorable spot for Miller, and it's 2nd and 8. Up the gut, they go. Faked him on the play action.
That's
and
actually
taken out of bounds.
Parker, Jamari Parker on the carry.
Yeah, and he's got first down yardage and a whole bunch more.
15, Jamorian
Yeah, from the
Parker
29 all the
for
way out to
Lions.
about the 44, it looks like where they'll mark it.
Bowling Green bid on the play action. Parker took it to the near sideline and got it up just shy of the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions. As the clock keeps moving here in the second half. 2-point ball game. Here comes pressure up the middle. And he gets Parker again. Same type of play. And he had one man to beat and couldn't beat that man. But he'll get another flag on the play. It's coming back. There's a hold over on the far side, it looks like.
Hold or block in the back.
Hold.
Hold.
So that was about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 1st and 18.
Woo. Man, Parker's got speed too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And Bowling Green is bitten on that twice. 2 straight plays, but a hold helped spring him that time.
Got to stay at home.
1st and 18 for the Lions. 4:28 to play. Quarter number 3.
6 penalties for 50 yards on Cardinal Ritter in this game.
They wind the clock again. Back to throw. Comes across the middle, and that's caught.
He's
A
gone.
lot of open field in front of him. He's got a blocker as well and brought down shy of the touchdown.
Starks caught him, didn't he?
Cameron Harris on the reception. He'll take it all the way down to the 8-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal.
Mercy. Nobody was even close to him. Right out of the slot, ran up the seam, hit him, and he just turned it on.
1st and goal from the 8 for the for the Lions.
52 yards on the game.
He's got an arm, doesn't he? But Bowling Green needs to be better in coverage. And a whistle before the play. They're talking to Burks and sending him off. There must be some blood or a problem with his equipment.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I mean, if it's blood, I understand you stopping the play, but if it's equipment, throw the flag.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that's a danger to his health. I don't know what it was. He's getting a little reprimand from the coach.
Uh-huh. Give is to number 15 again.
Parker again.
Parker. Not a whole bunch there for him.
About a 3-yard gain down to the 5.
So it'll be 2nd and goal
That's correct.
from the 5. As the Bobcats looking for a stop here, and the coaches were screaming at the secondary to shift that time to the far side. They had a guy line up against nobody and still do. That's how much they respect the man coming out of the backfield, Parker. And the quarterback who keeps it on the option this time, trying to extend the field. Flag comes out. That's going to be a hold. This one's coming back. I think he made the pylon.
Well, I haven't seen a signal
There's a
yet.
flag on the play.
Looks like they're going to mark him just shy of the end zone.
And it is against
Penalty against
Cardinal Ritter.
So another 10-yard penalty.
2:52 to play here in the 3rd. Bowling Green with a 2-point lead. And the official call, it is a hold.
Holding.
So that'll move it outside the 10-yard line.
Still be 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd and goal.
Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 12.
Bobcats would love a takeaway here.
Yeah, stop at the very minimum.
They're going to the air again, and contact
right.
as the ball got there. That's legal, right?
Yeah, in and out of the hands, though, of Burks.
He got a nice bump from behind.
He did, but he's probably thinking, I should have caught that one.
So incomplete, 3rd and goal from the 12. Big play in this ball game. We've had a lot of them.
Can the defense hold?
Need to hold for 2 more plays.
Got to watch Moore over here on this side by himself.
They're going to the air, and it's overthrown. Went for the back corner in the end zone, and the receiver couldn't get there.
Threw that fade route, way overthrown by McKay that time. Of course, this is 4-down territory, so they'll go for it on 4th.
He would have had to jump like a 3 or 4 foot vertical and then come down with his toes inside the pylon.
Yeah, that he threw it a little faster than he wanted to, a little sooner than he wanted to, and Moore didn't have time to get to the back pylon.
4th down and
4th and goal.
This would be a big hold for the Cats.
They're working hard out there.
4th and goal from the 12. For Cardinal Ritter, Bowling Green, and a timeout taken right before the snap
by Cardinal Ritter.
16-14, Bowling Green leads, 2:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. This is the high school football game of the week on Eagle 102.
So while they take that break.
Fourth and goal from the 12-yard line for Cardinal Ritter. Bowling Green looking for a stop here. Watch those corners of the end zone again. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Empty backfield for Cardinal Ritter. They're looking to throw. Here it comes, and it's dropped. Threw it behind the intended target. That was, again, Jamorion Parker. And it's a turnover on downs back to Bowling Green. That is a big play here in week 9.
That it is. Hey, Stephen, I can't believe they didn't run it one of those few times there. Instead, they went in the air. Yeah, I mean, they're full on spread, aren't they? They don't run the ball very much. Miller's got 9 carries. Parker with 3. That's pretty much it, other than Beasley sack.
2:31 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bowling Green has it 1st and 10 from their own 12. Inside handoff, and still going all the way out to the 25 is Marcus Starks. And another 1st down. That is a huge run for Marcus to get out of the shadow of your own end zone.
Big 12-yard run for him.
2:18 to play as the clock runs here in the 3rd quarter.
134 yards on the ground for Starks after a slow start. Since the 2nd quarter, he's been the real deal again.
Touchdown for him here in the 2nd half. 1st and 10. It's Starks again. He's got a head of steam. He's across the 35 to the 37. And another 1st down for the Bobcats, gain of 14. He is starting to heat up here in the cold weather.
Yeah. Get him going. Look out.
Yeah, last week they were tied with South Callaway at 14 and then just exploded for like 50 straight points.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it?
They definitely have another gear as they put Charlie Bowen in motion to the near side. It's a give to Starks again, and Marcus getting a little help this time to the 46-yard line before he's pushed back. And now That's the same player again.
Yep, number 50 again. He's
He just wouldn't let go.
trying to pull the ball away from Starks. His helmet fell off, and now he's going to get penalized again, I believe. At some point, you got to give him the boot, don't you?
Yes.
How many unsportsmanlike?
They're sending him off. I don't know if he's out of the ball game, but
I think 2 unsportsmanlike, you're out, and that's his second.
And now he's going to be gone for the first week of districts.
That's a fact.
So
they'll give Starks 8 on the carry.
Marquise Kane, I believe, has been disqualified from this contest.
They will tell us here momentarily.
He comes went to the far sideline. They'll mark off 15 yards from the end of the play, which was the 46-yard line.
After the penalty, the Bobcats line of scrimmage.
That'll take it into Cardinal Ritter territory. All the way down to the 39-yard line.
Bobcats find themselves now at the 39-yard line with 1:19 to play here in the third.
I haven't seen the signal from the official yet that he's been ejected.
They're talking about it, the head referee and the side judge, and now Coach Spain comes out to get the explanation. His helmet is off. He's at the Gatorade coolers on the far side right now.
Well, unless something's changed, two of those will get you ejected.
Yep, Marquise Kane may be done for the night.
Bowling got to take advantage of it.
1st and 10, and they jump. Coming across the line early that time was Devin Rue, and it'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, they actually jumped maybe first. If Rue could have just held, we'd have had a neutral zone infraction.
Kane put his helmet back on.
44-yard line.
I think he came out just because his helmet came off.
So our football aficionado says he's got to leave for a play if his helmet fell off, but I could have swore that guy speaking to us was a basketball coach.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
He coached football too.
Nothing like a little help from the peanut gallery, but we'll take it.
1st and 15 for the Bobcats. Here's a run by Dalton.
Oh, he breaks the
sidesteps a
tackle.
man and gets it down to the 30-yard line. They get the penalty yardage and about 5 more back, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, no, it's going to be shorter than that. That's a big
24-yard
gain on the carry. Yeah, is that right? No,
13.
14. Yeah, 14-yard gain.
Down to 26 seconds to go in this third quarter. 15 on the play clock, so we'll have one more play here in the third. Bowling Green in good shape. Here's Charlie Bowen, and he's got the first down, it appears. Yep, he got what he needed plus about 4 more inches.
I think they just had to get across the 30, which he will have done that, and they'll let this run out after they set the ball.
They're going to say it's 3rd and inches. It is.
They are.
3rd and inches.
Mercy.
And that'll do it.
And it's third at the end of the third.
That'll do it. 16-14 after 3 quarters. Bowling Green leading. They've got the ball 3rd and 1 when we start the 4th on KJFM. Start of the fourth quarter, a 2-point Bowling Green lead. They're facing a 3rd and inches situation here from the 30-yard line of Cardinal Ritter as they try and extend this beyond a touchdown.
Well, Bowling Green's okay with that being not ruled a first down, so now they get to burn a little more clock. You know, history would tell you they can gain a half a yard in 2 plays.
Yeah.
Unless they do something crazy like turn it over.
Let's not talk like that. And Starks has the first down and is across the 30 to the 25-yard line, gain of 5 on the play, and a Bobcat first.
And that's good for a Bowling Green Bobcat.
Starks creeping ever closer to that 200 yards as he's at 160 right now.
Bulldogs scored with 40 seconds left in the third. Kenny McCormick for the touchdown, so it's 32-13.
Yeah, the wheels kind of fell off the bus for the Dogs in the second half.
But they're still fighting.
Still fighting.
1st and 10 for Bowling Green. It's an inside handoff again.
You know, Bowling Green's just run that same play off left tackle about 5 times in a row to Starks, and they're just saying, hey, until you show us you can stop us, we're going to keep running this. That one was only good for 3. So they'll have a 2nd and 7.
3's not a bad first down run, though.
Ball on the 21-yard line of Cardinal Ritter. 16-14, Bowling Green on top. We're in the 4th.
Minute gone.
11 minutes to play. This has been a well-played second half.
Yes, it has. Here's Starks again. To the far side. Stopped a little short of the first down, about a yard shy.
He was a shoestring from breaking that one as he broke it outside, and somebody got him by the ankle and tripped him up. They'll give him 5.
We'll say a long one, 3rd and long one. A minute and a half gone here in the final quarter.
Again, you'll take 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah, all day long.
All day.
Especially at this point of the field where it's 2-down territory.
What are they going to shock the world and throw a pass?
Nope. Little pitch.
Not this time.
And they've got the first down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Bowling Green.
Starks the same play, just off right tackle that time, and they'll give him, looks like they're going to give him 8.
So 1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line. We get inside 10 minutes. Bobcats, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here could be all they need.
Well, it would be nice.
Yes.
You got quick strike ability of Ritter.
Here's Starks again, makes a move, gets inside the 5, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Marcus Starks on the run.
Looks like they're going to mark him right at the 5.
To the 5-yard line.
Another 3-yard gain. He's going to be a tired young man. That's the 22nd time he's carried the football.
Down to 9:15 to play. Be right at 9 minutes by the time they hike the ball. Bobcats at the 5-yard line. Here's Starks again. Runs into a little trouble this time and still fighting. He's short of the first down. They'll blow it dead. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 2. Gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of about 3 yards. Moves the line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line.
Still 2 downs.
3rd and 2.
Try and punch this in, down to 8.5 to go.
Look out for Dalton this time.
This is just playing right into the clock management of Bowling Green's hands.
This is prototypical Mark St. Clair football. If you didn't follow him at all at Hannibal, power football, that's what he's all about.
Starks goes off tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Marcus Starks, his 2nd of the night, extends the Bowling Green lead to 22-14 here in the 4th quarter.
2-yard run for Starks this time.
It might not be as flashy as a 4 or 5 touchdown night, but I think 2 touchdowns against Ritter, that's got to be a career night.
He's having a night, no question. He's had a year.
Yes, he has.
Kind of important 2-point conversion here as well. Make it a 2-possession football game.
Score comes with 8:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the 2-point conversion. And
now they're going to pass.
Yep, come to the near side. Is it good? It is good.
To Starks.
To Starks again. And he's revving up the crowd after he puts Bowling Green up 24-14. 10-point lead, 8:10 to play in regulation on Eagle 102.
Woo-hoo.
Marcus Starks in for the second time to the end zone, 24-14. The kickoff, you got to keep this on the ground. Muffed a little bit there, picked up by Ritter, and there's going to be no return. Stopped at the 30-yard line.
True Swift kick that time. Took a nice bounce for Bowling Green with a big hop, and number 17, I believe, was the receiver. That was Eric Harris. He was unable to pick it up cleanly, and, of course, then the kick coverage was on top of him.
So 1st and 10 from their own 31.
So pretty good field position for Ritter, and they got quick strike. That's easy for me to say. Capabilities, of course, as we've seen. So you got to keep the receivers in front of you.
This is a big defensive series for Bowling Green. They've all been big tonight.
Looks like they're going to go empty backfield. McKay's at quarterback.
Yeah, they're looking to get some yardage here right off the hop. Back to throw. He goes to the near sideline, and that one is overthrown. Intended target that time was Eric Harris.
So McKay 0 for his last 4 pass attempts.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Good coverage that time. Ball well overthrown. Down to 7:59.
First time these two teams have ever met on the football field.
That's a fact. And remember, it's a pickup game due to the folding of the Clopton-Ellsbury program. Bowling Green had to find a game, and how they found Cardinal Ritter. Good job by Matt Chance. Huh?
Yeah.
Even better job having them come here.
Yeah. Up the gut and then over to the far sideline. This is a big run and out of bounds.
That's Parker, man. He has got speed on top of speed. A little faster, quite a bit faster, I'd say, than Miller.
Yep. Miller's the prototypical running back.
Big 20-yard gain that time out to the Bowling Green 49.
So 1st and 10. The Bobcats, again, will have to tighten up defensively here with 7:53 to play.
Actually, my math's not very good. 30-yard gain.
1st and 10. Bowling Green almost jumped. They go up the gut this time to Parker, and not much there. Maybe gain of 2.
A couple, yeah. Down to about the 47, looks like where they're going to mark it.
Yeah, call it 2nd and 7.
By number 33, Charlie Bowen.
Well, that's the mysterious mark. The side judge over here had it marked as 2 yards.
That's what it looked like. They give him 2.5. 2nd down nonetheless. They're going to the air again. Loads up, throws it down the near side and overthrown again.
They're just throwing home run balls now. They don't need that. I mean, there's still 7:15 to go in this game.
Alonzo Smith was the intended target.
Plenty of time to go. You got 2 timeouts.
Number 10,
They did have to burn one early.
So 3rd and 7.
I think they're thinking what I'm thinking, though, that
We can't stop Bowling Green?
yeah.
Well, they haven't shown it in the second half, that's for sure.
You're down 10. You may only get the ball one more time unless you onside kick after a score.
Right. Parker in the backfield again. You got to watch him. They're going to throw it.
Yep, to the near side.
Receiver screen.
Gets around a man, has one to beat, and sidesteps one. But
and the ball's out.
And Bowling Green has it. Turnover. Their second takeaway of the night. A big hit from behind on Frederick Moore. Dislodged the ball. And turnabout fair play. Bowling Green gets a forced fumble.
Was Gunnar Bryant that came from the backside and blasted Moore.
That's what Gunnar Bryant does.
And the fumble, oh my, that's huge. Huge.
And Bowling Green has a lot of field in front of them to burn clock.
Oh my Lord, yes they do.
It's recovered at the Huber ended up falling on it for the Bobcats. 7 minutes.
The fourth quarter.
And 85 yards to go.
Moore working that second effort and stayed up too long and got hit from the blind side.
Huge play. Second takeaway, an interception, and now a fumble recovery. Bowling Green gave it away 3 times, including a scoop and score for the first score of this ball game, and got a whole bunch there on first down.
Dalton on the carry. He'll get 3 or 4 maybe 5. They keep walking. Yeah, they'll give him 4.
2nd and 6 for the Bobcats, and 4 yards on first. That's not bad.
We'll take that.
Down to 6:40 to play.
Going to get a steady diet of the run. There's no question about that.
I think the lessons learned against Centralia last year are going to help immensely down the stretch in this ball game.
No doubt about it. We talked about that game and the Monroe City game. You learned from that. You got a bunch of these guys played in those 2 games. Learn from it.
Here's Starks. Marcus still on his feet all the way to the 29-yard line. Starks with another first down run.
Man, they haven't been able to stop that. I can't see the numbers. I don't know who the left guard and left tackle is. If you can pick that up, you've got better eyes than I do. He's been running behind them all night, and it's been good.
Marquise Kane has not come back into the ball game, so I think his night is done, whether it's officially or deemed by the coaches. His helmet's off on the far side.
Well, you just can't do that stuff.
Yeah. And he's been eaten alive, and it's only gotten worse. Starks has been a beast here in the second half. Dalton keeps it this time on the option, and he's still on his feet.
Oh,
he has first down yardage across the 40, gain of 12 on the play. And he's a little shaken up, yeah.
Tough running, holding his ribs.
5:30 to play. He comes into your sideline to get the next play and try and get some air back in his lungs.
Next play and says, Coach, I want to hand this one off. They got timeouts to burn, so I'd probably just use a timeout and let him.
Well, they'll let it tick all the way down to 1 before they would call a timeout. But he's back in the huddle with 8 on the play clock. I think they're going to run out of time.
Maybe they don't want to stop the momentum.
Down to 2. They get the play off. It's to Starks, and he is near the 50-yard line to the 49. He's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice 6 yard. Looks like they'll give him 7.
Yeah.
And that'll put him over 200 yards at 201. 26 carries for 201. Keep in mind that's unofficial. Sometimes I get caught up watching the game.
4.5 to play.
This is it, man. Just grind her down, right? 2 timeouts left still for Ritter, but no point to call it right now.
That fumble, huge.
Big number 50's back in the game,
Yeah, he is. Marcus got 3 yards, and they just don't let up, do they?
No. I mean, once you stop forward motion, you should blow it dead. And if they keep doing that, throw the flag. They're not going to give him a first down, it doesn't look like.
No, it's going to be
half
third and
yard.
3rd and inches. I think we're still in 2-down territory. They want to keep this clock running.
No doubt. Like I said, Bowling Green's okay with that. Don't mark it as a first down. We can run a little quarterback sneak and burn 40 more seconds or whatever.
Here's Stark's first down run.
Well, he's only going to get one, but who cares, right? It's first down.
Starks with the run, and that's good for a Bowling Green Bobcat.
All they needed was one. He got 1.5 yards and moves the chains. Bowling Green into Ritter territory to the 47-yard line.
I got to tell you, when I did this score sheet, their spot for 30 carries in a night. I haven't ever got even close to 30 carries on a score sheet till tonight. We're at 28 for Marcus Starks.
24-14.
Field at the University of Missouri. Kickoff for that game.
1st and 10, Bowling Green.
On December the 3rd.
Yep, just keep it on the ground. Starks no gain that time.
Big things, hang on to the football.
Well, he got one.
He's going to be a tired young man, is all I can say.
2nd and 9 for the Bobcats, down to 2:45, and the Bowling Green Bobcats are up 10. That's 2 scores.
Let the clock run.
2.5.
Bowling Green couldn't ask to be in a better situation right now. You know, you just gotta hold on to the football.
Yep.
Go forward. Hold on to the football. Because they're trying to strip it, I guarantee you that.
Uh-huh. And coming in from behind.
That's Bowen up the middle that time.
Yeah. He got about 1 yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 8.
The only problem is I think it was a little friendly fire that time as the guy came from the safety and blasted his lineman in the back.
Yep, and he's injured. That's going to stop the clock. So that's Lester McKinley.
Actually, I'm not sure that Cardinal Ritter didn't call timeout before he realized that his player was injured.
So with the injury, 2:08 to go here in the 4th, 24-14, Bowling Green leads. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the conclusion of this one on Eagle 102. So they got the injured player off the field and then took a timeout.
Well, I saw the line judge, come in waving his arms as soon as that play was over with, as if the coach had asked for a timeout. And then when the player went down, I guess they never really got to the referee to tell him the fact that he'd asked for a timeout. And so once the player got up, they blew it dead and did charge him with the timeout. So
it'll be 3rd and 8 for Bowling Green. They put a little time back on, 2:08 to go here in the 4th quarter. 24-14, the Bobcats lead. This could end up being the biggest regular season win in Bowling Green history.
Well, it's going to be a good one if they can hang on. You got to get there, though.
Good luck, Lady Cat.
128 seconds worth of fun left yet.
3rd and 8 for the Bobcats. They've been stymied on the first 2 plays of this series. And now the side judge comes in, and Bowling Green's going to take a timeout. With 2:08 to play, 24-14, the Cats lead the Cardinal Ritter Lions here in Week 9 on KJFM.
State approved as septic installers and pipe length and walls are drain, warm, and sink cold.
And a scoring update from the Louisiana.
Directional boring, huh? I'm boring in every direction.
40.
3rd and 8 for the Bobcats, and immediately wrapped up, and then more contact after the whistle. And timeout taken by Cardinal Ritter after they got the stop for no gain. So it's going to be 4th and 8 for the Bobcats, and they are dangerously close to that line. I guess that's where you want to be, close but not over. Minute 59 to go.
Yeah.
Timeout, Cardinal Ritter. Bobcats lead by 10 on KJFM. Fourth and 8 for the Bobcats from the 45-yard line. They'll punt.
Well, similar situation what we had at the end of the first half. Make a good snap. Make sure you get the kick away. Don't need a block. And punt it away from Parker because he's got blazing speed.
Cardinal Ritter out of timeouts, trailing by 10. Line drive kick. Picked up at the 6-yard line. Stumbles a little bit, making his turn. He's still on his feet and brought down at the 19 or 20-yard line. And
it's actually Moore.
85,
Frederick Moore. He's a pretty good fast receiver as well.
Yeah. So 15-yard, 14, 13-yard return.
Well, the second string, third string will get plenty of playing time next week in the opening week of districts in a 2-7 matchup.
No question about that.
Tonight, they're fans like we are, and they have been into this ball game. I think the bench has been the 12th man today.
Good crowd on hand, though, tonight as well.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Lions. And they're going to go quick strike, I'm sure. D-backs better be ready. They go on to that little out route again. Cutting back to the middle and brought down. Shy of the first down. It's going to be a gain of about 9 on first down.
Smith with his first catch of the game.
Oh, they did give him 10.
First down to Cardinal Ritter.
But that's all they got. And we're down to a minute and a half to go in a 10-point game. Back to throw again. He comes to the near side. Oh, he could have jumped that. Dylan Dalton could have jumped that route and got the INT. Instead, he played it safe and wraps up Burks for a 5-yard gain.
Got close.
Clock still runs down to a minute 10. No huddle here for the Lions. Bobcats looking to complete the regular season a perfect 8-0. Now the quarterback comes out of the backfield. He's brought down by Dalton. It's going to be 3rd down. Mckay on the carry.
Let's make some noise, Bobcats.
Give him 3 on the carry.
3rd and 2.
We are 40 seconds away from a historic
Mckay,
season
4 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. He's going far side. It's caught over there by number 5, Jones, and he's brought down, and the clock is running. Now it stops. He gets out of bounds with 28 to go. First and 10.
We have 28 seconds to play.
Bowling Green up by 10. A touchdown and 2-point conversion ain't going to do it for Cardinal Ritter. They need 2 possessions. 23 seconds.
Let's hear it, student body. Let's hear it, Bob.
Back to throw. Plenty of time. They give him plenty of time, and that one is caught. And he'll probably run in for the score. He will. Touchdown
56
for
yards.
Cameron Harris. And that makes it 24-20. Cameron Harris.
But there's only 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Clock is on Bowling Green's side.
Bobcats 24, Lions 20, with a point after attempt pending.
24-20. Bowling Green. 8 seconds away from victory. They give up the big play, but it doesn't matter unless they can run an onside kick in, really. They have to pick it up and run.
Crazier things have happened.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, don't say that.
2-point conversion attempt. Throws to the end zone and incomplete. And now that won't even do it. 24-20. Bowling Green leads with 8 seconds to go. Bobcats going to pull this thing off. 24-20. We'll keep it right here as the Bobcats will receive this kickoff. The final from Louisiana, Mark Twain defeated the Bulldogs 40-13. So that game is in the books. We'll get you more scores in the postgame show, which is just 8 seconds of game clock away as Bowling Green looks to run the table and go to 8-0 heading into districts.
Well, you said a mouthful. You got to cover this.
Catch it, go to the turf. Don't let it bounce back at you.
Key word being catch it. First of all, they got to move up in front of the 50-yard line. No, they got to be between the 45 and 50. They're good. So what kind of onside kick does Cardinal Ritter have?
Whistles come from the far side.
Well, I think they thought he was going to try and kick it when he ran up. I think he was just going to reset the ball.
Yeah. 8 seconds. So theoretically, they could get the onside kick and run one offensive play, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Bowling Green needs to fall on it and kneel down. Here's the onside kick. And they're offsides. Bowling Green falls on it anyway, but the play was blown dead.
Yeah, so they'll do it again. It's not over with yet, Coach.
Not yet. He raises his hands.
Well, they'll put 8 seconds back on the clock.
We are awaiting the call from the field.
Yeah, they're going to re-kick this.
Yep, they'll put 8 seconds back on the clock.
They'll move it back 5 yards.
It looks like the Bobcats will have to try and recover.
The kickoff will be re-kicked.
I'm not sure. Is that a dead ball? I mean, is that you kill that on the kick?
And they put the second back on the clock.
Sure they will.
So this game not over yet. But even if they recover now, you're looking at a 60-yard throw.
Another penalty.
I'm on pins and needles, Jim Ross.
You're just a little too high strung. You need to relax. It's going to be all right. We may have some excitement here, but it's going to be all right.
Tillman to try it again.
What a game it's been.
Tillman approaches. There it is. It
kicks it the other way.
They got it. He touched it inside 10 yards, though. There's the flag. Bowling Green never got a chance. It was short of 10 yards.
Man, that was mighty, mighty, mighty close.
He did touch it on his side of the 45 and then slid across with it. Flags came.
That's going to be the call.
I'll have to put 8 seconds back on the clock again, right?
Well, you can do this all night, I guess. He pulled a switcheroo, had people lined up like he was going to kick it to the right and then kicked a swiver to the left.
Coach Spain out on the field.
Yes, he is. So now they're going to pick up the flag.
They're going to pick up the flag. Did Bowling Green end up with the ball? Illegal touching.
Illegal touching is the penalty against.
And I think Bowling Green did end up with the ball. So Bowling Green has it.
Bowling Green.
And they can kneel down the last 5 seconds of this ball game.
Oh, mercy.
We have 5 seconds to play.
And beat Cardinal Ritter here at Bowling Green High School.
What a crazy ending to this thing. Holy moly.
The coaches think it's over. We think it's over. The coaches all just spilled out of this press box. What a night.
It's been crazy, hasn't it?
24-20 our score. The Bobcats leading Cardinal Ritter. They'll take over at the 44-yard line of the Lions. And they want to put it back to 8 seconds again. That doesn't matter. They're going to kneel down anyway.
We can't get off of 8 seconds. Cardinal Ritter has no timeouts left, so you're right. It's a moot point.
Here it is. Victory formation for the Bobcats. And they win this one. Improved to 8-0 on the season heading into the district tournament. The Bobcats 24, the Cardinal Ritter Lions 20. What a ball game to finish out the regular season. Unbelievable. Bobcats win it by 4 here at home. Back with the postgame for you after this on Eagle 102. What a ball game here in week number 9. Bowling Green defeats Cardinal Ritter here at Bowling Green High School by a score of 24-20. A lot of fight in those Lions, but Bowling Green just controlled the clock and did what they had to do in the second half. Marcus Starks a huge second half in this ball game.
Huge second half, finished with 30 carries, 205 yards unofficially, 301 yards on the ground for the Bobcats, just 21 yards passing. Dalton only threw 2 passes, the 21-yard reception and then the two-point conversion to Starks late in the game on that fourth quarter touchdown. And that was it. That was it for passing. So 376 yards, total yards for Bowling Green, 3 turnovers all in the first quarter, and 4 penalties for 45 yards. Ritter actually came back and had great numbers, 100 yards rushing, 288 through the air, 48 return yards, 436 total, 2 big turnovers, and 9 penalties, which were also played a role in this game, for a total of 80 yards. So, yeah, great effort by Bowling Green. Big win for them. historic season. Have they ever gone undefeated in the regular season? I don't believe they have.
No, not even in the state year.
And so now they look forward to districts. But this thing, there's more things to talk about in this game. We could have an hour post-game show. There's more stuff went on in this game.
We could. We'll take a quick break and dive into it a little bit as Bowling Green defeats Cardinal Ritter 24-20. More from Bowling Green High School after this on Eagle 102. So Bowling Green improves to 8-0. They'll take on MMA, it looks like, as the number 2 seed in the opening round of districts next week. Cardinal Ritter falls to 3-6 on the season, but that was by far the best football team the Bobcats have seen this season.
Without question. And athletic, fast, maybe a little dirty, which hurt them. I mean, those penalties, those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
At the same time, Bowling Green gifted them 30 yards in 2 consecutive plays.
Yeah. There were 4 things I thought that were key to this game. One was the 3 turnovers.
Uh-huh.
Well, of course, the scoop and score gave Ritter their only points in the first half. Then from the second quarter on, I think this was the key to the game. The offensive line for Bowling Green. They started dominating up front, and they ran Starks off tackle left, off tackle right. Same play, just bang, 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 and we're going to keep running it down your throat until you stop us. Cardinal Ritter never did have an answer.
Do you think that that's a matter of, Bowling Green came out, saw those huge guys standing in front of them, maybe a little intimidated, and then maybe in the second quarter they said, they're not that agile or athletic. Let's just play the way we play.
Right. They were big, they were heavy, and then they found out we've got a little strength and a little quickness, and we might have a little something for them. Then the other 2 key plays in the game was the penalty, the 10-yard penalty, which was a touchdown called back. Ritter had Harris all alone. He didn't have a receiver or a defensive back within 15 yards of him, and a holding call called that back and wiped that penalty out. And then Bowling Green was able to hold. And then, of course, the fumble. Moore in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Moore was going and got down to about the 20-yard line and made a little extra effort and got blasted from behind and knocked the ball loose, and Bowling Green recovered it, and then that was the game. They grounded out. Yeah.
How about Beasley getting hit as he threw and ends up getting picked?
Right. Yeah.
We never saw him again at quarterback after that.
No, we didn't. And that was an interception in the end zone as well. The first turnover of the game against Cardinal Ritter. So, yeah, a lot of key things went on in that game. Of course, Marcus Starks had a huge night. You got good running, timely running out of Dylan Dalton. And it begs the question at some point, is there somebody out there that can stop them enough to make them have to throw? Because they really haven't thrown it much all year. Not that Dalton can't throw it, because he can, and he's got capable receivers. But when you can just ground and pound like this and you don't have to throw it, why throw it? And so will they run into that team in districts? It obviously won't be next week because they'll have a pretty easy walkthrough game against MMA. And then it'll be either Centralia or California. And
we got a wake-up call, I think Bowling Green did, with those quick receivers. If the two quarterbacks, McKay and Beasley, would have had a little more touch, this could have been, a 40-point night for
right, because they had
Lions.
some receivers open, and McKay overthrew them. In fact, there was 5 passes in a row. 3 of those were deep to receivers that were open that he just overthrew, and then he finally hit one on their last play of the game on that 54-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he
to
finally found Harris.
Right, and, of course, Harris, that wasn't quite as deep a throw because Harris ran it for about 30 yards. But yeah, and I think the first quarter was actually a wake-up call for Bowling because I think they were feeling their oats a little bit. I mean, obviously you would be being undefeated, and the way they've been undefeated, just pounding pretty much everybody. But then they got smacked in the mouth a little bit in that first quarter, and I'm guessing the coaching staff called them off and said, boys, we got a football team on our hands here. We need to go, and they did.
And if they can turn it on like that, then it's going to be really beneficial as we get into the postseason. Final in this one, 24-20. We'll take a quick break and check scores from around the area when we continue in the Eagle 102 postgame show. Final in this one, Bowling Green at 24, Cardinal Ritter 20. Bobcats finished the regular season 8-0. And if there was any knocks on Marcus Starks, maybe about his toughness, he proved he's a tough runner here tonight.
Yeah, took a cheap shot and then came back and stuffed it right down their throats. Can't be much more blunt than that. That's what he did. He didn't have a very good first quarter, as nobody did for Bowling Green for that matter. But from that point on, man, he was the real deal, no question about it.
All right, some scores from around the area.
As we told you, Mark Twain defeated Louisiana 40-13. Some of these will be final, some of them will not. Notre Dame of Quincy over Marquette Catholic 42-6. That's in the fourth. Rock Island leads Quincy High 28-10.
Actually, that one is
it over?
Yeah, that one final 50-8.
Yeah, this is it must have been 10, so they were way behind.
Yeah.
Hannibal leads in the fourth quarter 42-18 over Columbia Battle. They'll go undefeated. They're one of the other better teams around, so if you get a chance to watch them, take advantage of that as well. South Shelby leads Brookfield 28-14. Macon defeats Clark County 54-30. Centralia beats Palmyra 12-0, so Palmyra finishes under 500 at 4-5. Troy Buchanan beats Mobley 48-14. Monroe City 54-22 over Highland. Pittsfield falls to Williamsville 44-16. And West Grand defeats Paris 35-0. Scotland County, this score's behind. The last score we've got is 36-16. Scotland on top. And last night, you won't believe this score, in 8-man football, North Shelby defeated Bramer 92-30.
All right. Did we have the Carrollton Brown County score 50-14?
I did not see that one.
All right. Well, we got it now. So final on this one, 24-20. Bowling Green over Cardinal Ritter. This one was a classic.
It was. Go get your rest. And about 16 hours from now, Mark and I will be right back on the air as we're going to have quarterfinal softball at Silex against St. Elizabeth, the Hornets.
Yep. Winner of that one gets into the Final Four the next weekend in Springfield, so it should be fun. Silex, it's been a few years since the Natalie Fleming-led team that they've been in the Final Four.
Right.
So they'd love to get back. It seems like yesterday, but it's been a long time ago.
Got a tough challenge ahead of them, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow at 12:45, I should say.
12:45
first
pregame.
Pitch at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock here on Eagle 102. Final on this one, 24-20 Bowling Green over Cardinal Ritter. We'll see you tomorrow for high school softball on Eagle 102.